in that column, Wyc Grousbeck made a similar comment about how he's basically part of two families, and one being his biological family, and the other being the Celtics. And in that column, Shaughnessy wrote, "When I texted Wyc with, 'Are you okay if I say your personal stake in the team is less than 2%? He answered, 'We hold as a family, all unified. We are a family, and I also have a Celtics family,' is my comment. Thanks." Okay, and then Shaughnessy goes on to write some other things, but there's certainly no denial there from Wyc Grousbeck that his percentage of ownership is minimal, and that really his father or his family held however you want to phrase it, had the principal ownership of the team, which, I don't know, makes you wonder on some level, like, how quickly this all came about and what was behind it.
Look, Mazz, this is a great detail by Shaughnessy. It changes the conversation. And so I understand from Wyc's perspective, the nice corporate response, hey, I've got my own family and I've got a Celtics family. Nobody was saying last month, hey, the Grousbeck family and the Celtics raising banner 18. When they got the championship and he raised up the trophy, nobody said, oh, wow, that's great for his family and he's the family representative. We didn't think this. We didn't know this. This is news. The fact that he's got, according to Shaughnessy, less than 2% is a significant development for our conversation. We never talked about it like this. That would be like we look at owners in town. We've said there's John Henry, there's Robert Kraft, there's Jeremy Jacobs, Charlie as a representative, and there's Wyc Grousbeck as the lead owner. We didn't say Wyc and Irv and the Grousbeck family. So that is a big development. He's talking about that now. I think that tells you what the story is. I've heard that he's not happy. I'm just going to tell you flat out. I've heard from an informed person that he's not happy that the team is being sold because he didn't want to do it.
Why would
He didn't want to do it, that this is coming from, you're a part of a family, and if your personal stake is less than 2%, as Shaughnessy wrote, that means sometimes decisions are made that are above your pay grade.
So his father wanted out.
His father wanted to get that thing going. He did not want to do it.
Why would he want to, though? I mean...
Well, because... Well, I can tell you why. Why would he want to? I can understand why he wouldn't want to. But why would his father want to? Because they put in $360 million, if that, because they had partners. So let's say they put in $190 million. Their family. $190 million, and now the franchise is worth over $5 billion. I don't care what Forbes says.
Michael,
it's higher.
Whatever they put in, they're getting 15 times back.
So it's a good, business-wise, it is a perfect time to sell the Celtics. Business-wise. Competitively, winning a championship, attention-wise, okay.
The life. This guy lives the life right now. He's living it.
But think like a business person. A business person would say,
this is the time to sell.
This is the time.
Yeah, so again, whatever it is that they're putting in, again, and I want to play more of the sound for you because I think it's important that people hear from Wyc. This was a surprise to many of us. Whatever they put in, they're getting back 15 times. Okay, that's basically what it is. It's a 15-to-1 return on what they put in. So whatever percentage that was of the $360 million, they're getting 15 times back. So to me, that's the way to look at it. Now, again, the 2% line in Shaughnessy's column that Wyc only had 2% in the Celtics is an important detail because what it tells you is that it may have very well have been his father saying, we're selling.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, we're selling.
That's what I'm talking about, the business side of it. I'm talking about from Wyc's perspective.
Okay, well, this
gets sound like he's a part of as much of the business side of it as I thought.
So look, again, it says estate planning and estate taxes. I'm just going to guess here. But we did some of this last week, Mark. If you were to pay taxes upon the inheritance of an estate as a result of death, in other words, a parent dies and passes on to their children, there's a what they call a death tax of it's up to 55%. It's an astronomical number. Whereas a capital gains tax on a gift from a parent to a child is really like 23%. Okay, so you would lose a hell of a lot more money if you waited in this case versus not. Now, again, I don't know what's in play here in terms of people's health or not. I'm just telling you what I heard from estate planners at the end of last week. Now, that said, just put that to the side. Jimmy, let's play number 2. And let me just remind everybody, we're hearing this on the fly, too. Okay? We're hearing all this on the fly as well. So, Jimmy, let's play Wick number 2.
What was the reaction of your partners? Were they shocked?
There's such a good feeling. I have such a great partnership. The true answer really is, it is shocking. Yes, it's surprising to people, but the real answer underneath after the first moment of shock is what a great ride we've had, and I hope it continues one way or another. But it's a great partnership. I mean, I could go on for hours about these partners and what we've done over the last 20 years.
Okay, what I take from that is, yes, they were surprised.
Yeah,
yes, they were probably agitated. Wick's not going to come out and throw them under the bus because we are talking about the Celtics here. Everything is always a smiley face and happy horse crap. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, like, this changes my opinion a little bit on how this all went down. I said to Felger last week when this all happened that they've known this for months. In reality, I still think Wick knew for some time. But he obviously didn't know before his father did. So his father elected at some point decided to let Wick in on the reality of it because Wick at the celebration said, let's go out and win another one. Okay, now.
But yeah, that doesn't change. Hey, let's win another one. Let's the Celtics win another one. That doesn't really put him in a position of saying, why would you say let's win another one when you knew you were going to sell the team? What puts him in an awkward position is that clip that I'm sure you've played, we've all played, we've heard it, from Paul Pierce talking about the value of the team. And he said, hey, Paul, stop. They're not for sale. Celtics aren't for sale. Hey, we get paid in parades. That's the kind of stuff you go, well, wait a minute. When you said that, did you know?
The valuation is $4.1 billion, around there, roughly speaking. So,
Paul, I'm sorry, it's not for sale.
4.1. He said love, not money. What if somebody... Well, Elon Musk be like, hey, I got $10 billion.
Oh, I don't think he knows if a basketball is blown up or stuffed.
$20 billion.
Come on, it's not for sale.
Okay, so again,
it's not for sale.
So this does give him now plausible deniability. If this is in fact, as Shaughnessy reported, that he has only 2% of the team, and that the decisions are really being made from the patriarch of the family, his father, Irv Grousbeck. Jimmy, let's play number 3 if you could, please.
Come on, it's not for sale.
It's a unique process in which you're going to go through because, as I read in the intro, you're going to remain the governor until 2028. So you'll still be the person in charge of this franchise until 2028. You'll be the principal decision maker.
Well, that's how we planned it out. And so I would say that's the expectation going into this process. Having said that, I would love that to happen, and that's the expectation. But we'll see what plays out, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so to me, that tells me that Wick knows he's not going to be in any sort of decision or power-making position is what I should say.
What else does it tell you? I mean, listen, think about it. That's a big statement. Dondero, I'm going to sell you. I got something for sale. I got something for sale. You're a deep-pocketed guy, and market value is probably $5 billion. I'm going to ask you to give me $5 billion, and yet I want to. The expectation is for me to stay in control. Most people would say,
"Get your ass out of here."
The F out of here. Most people wouldn't. One guy who might not say, "Get the F out of here," is
Pagliuca.
Steve Pagliuca. Yeah. So it tells you that maybe they know who their buyer is. They got their buyer.
Well, they're going to have some idea. We're not talking about, we're not talking about a garage sale here.
It's not, but it's the Celtics. So he's playing the game because, as you'll hear in another clip, when they ask him about, okay, who do you want to buy the team? He's not shutting anybody down. He's not a dummy. So on one hand, he has an expectation. I want to be in place. I want to be the governor until this year. So the only person who would allow you to do something like that is somebody who really knows you and loves you, and you've got a relationship with them. But if I don't know you, if I'm spending my money, if I'm spending billions of dollars, why would I have you in control? That doesn't make sense. No. Why is that good for me?
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.